Salutations, family. Welcome back to the Electric Leaf, where it is my goal to assist you in nourishing your mind, your body, and your chakras. How are you all doing? I wanted to bring some messages to you to start your Monday. Grand Rising, okay? Grand Rising, grand week. This is some auspicious time that we are living in. But just now, my best friend came over to visit me, and she was talking to me about all these great things. She came down to talk about all these great things, but my mind was really stuck in this really, really negative vibration because my day wasn't going the way that I kind of intended for it to go. And then a lot of my thoughts were going towards negative things. And what I mean by negative is the things that are outside of my control, the things that I dislike that are outside of my control. And so I was using this deck here, the Afro Goddess Oracle. Is a really beautiful deck, and I was just wondering if I could get some messages on that energy of, I literally saw myself for what I was doing in the moment that I was doing it. I was literally focused on the BS when there was a whole gift in front of me. And I'm glad that I caught myself in time enough that I was able to enjoy some of the gift, which was the presence of my bestie, right? So, but the scythe comes out to say that needs to be severed. That energy, the energy of thinking negatively, the energy of focusing on the stuff that I can't control. I can't control some of these things, you know. This is just completely out of my, there's nothing I can do about it. It doesn't have anything to do with me. And that's what I have to remember, that it doesn't have anything to do with me. Because I'm seeing this whip energy, the way it is making me, the vibes that it's giving me is severing that aspect of the mind. Severing that aspect of the mind. It just looks like snakes in her hair, and it looks like she's bound and her arms are twirled up. So severing that aspect that keeps you stagnant, severing the aspect that keeps you within a frame of mind that just doesn't move. Because then the bear comes out at the bottom of the deck. And for me, the bear symbolizes the one who, it's like the pilot vehicle when you're going around. if you've ever had to go through construction in the country, and you can see like where they'll have a very strange route to take, a very strange alternate route, and so they'll have a pilot vehicle for all the other cars to follow around the construction site. That is what the bear represents. That is what the bear represents. That spiritually, the bear is like, to me, the ultimate spirit guide, the ultimate protection. The ultimate protection. So let's clarify. Let's clarify the bear. I'm trying, what? Let's clarify this bear. What is the bear coming to show us this week, Divine Mother and Father? We know that we need to sever this negative way of thinking. We understand that it's in the thoughts, but how do we sever? What is the energy needed to sever these negative thoughts? What is the energy? That's what we need to do first. What is the energy that's needed to sever these negative thoughts? Is that what the bear is coming to show us? The energy. I see the sun. The sun is starting to do that thing it does. And the moon. Okay. The energy needed to sever this negative train of thought is the egg. Potential growth, birth of creation, potential growth. So the energy needed to sever that head is to create something. The energy needed to sever that head is to create something. What is it that you would like your collective to know about this creation? Oh, employment change. Take divinely guided change. 3 cards came out though. Oh wow, release jealousy and donations, tithing, and charitable work. Let me tell you something about the energy of jealousy. Jealousy is one of those things that it's a feeling that I used to be embarrassed about. I used to be embarrassed to talk about feelings of jealousy because somebody told me that, I mean, just over the years, you hear people talk about how bad the energy of jealousy is. And then I heard somebody say that jealousy is disgusting, it's nasty, it's like one of the worst energies that you can feel. But jealousy is such a deep, it's such a festering wound, you know? It's just, I'm picturing a diabetic ulcer that won't heal. And the reason why jealousy is like that is because it's really you affirming to the universe that you don't have enough, or that the universe has not provided you with something that you need. And so that is what the universe is going to continue to echo back to you, a lack. And so the way you shift that energy around is to donate something. Because we have the employment change, release jealousy, and donations, tithing, and charitable work. So whatever it is that you think that you don't have enough of, then that's what you donate. If you feel that you don't have enough money, then you donate time, right? You're going to, but the thing about that is you got to be really gentle with that, because you've got to understand what you're actually doing. So the investment for more money might be to invest more time, but when it comes down to, hold on, I gotta get my tea kettle. Okay, I apologize about that. But if you feel like you don't have enough money, you have to give time. Or figure out what it is that you have that's valuable to give, that is a part of you. Like the way I always break it down to the kids is, they always say, well, we don't have any money. I'm just like, yeah, but what about them elbows and them fingers? You can go in there and wash the dishes and put some elbow grease to that, and that's a huge contribution to the family. Like, don't sleep on your resources. That's all I'm saying with that, okay? If you feel like you're not getting enough, oh, let's keep it. With this scythe, creating something, release jealousy. It's almost as if with this energy of the scythe cutting something off so that we can create something, and this jealousy is here. It's almost as if you're saying that the frustration of trying to create what you're trying to create is not fair. Other people haven't had to go through what you're having to go through to create something, and it's a feeling of lack, like I said. So the donations and the charitable tithing, that's what you're going to have to do in order to reset that energy, and that will help you to get rid of energy, and that does clear the slate quite a bit. Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you. And know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. You see, the first thing they led with to donate was time. Because we know that quite frequently how do we be feeling? I ain't got no money to begin with, no money. And then at the bottom of the deck, take divinely guided change. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk. And you are already ready to follow divine guidance to new territories as you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you. You make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. That is very, very significant. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you. Because when I was reading that, I saw it as uncomfortable. That was the feeling. I felt like this. I felt like my whole body like clenched and wanted to recess back into itself. So some of you are feeling really uncomfortable in your situations, but the divine is stepping in. So let's clarify what divinely guided change are you trying to get us to follow? I want to use, what is the divinely guided change? I want to use this deck. What is the divinely guided change? The divinely guided change is the key. Oh, and I just have to show you this. I just have to show you this because at the bottom of the deck is the stork. And it just so happens that I had done a reading earlier and that card was still out. The stork, better times ahead, new home, hearth. And then there's a key here. So this divinely guided change can be about a residence, moving homes, moving your business location, going to a new space to work from, actually. I'm also seeing that this key is more so leaning towards you advancing your idea of, advancing your perspective of something. Like something is going to shift, and I can't really, you know how like, okay, if you saw that movie Finding Ohana, where they were looking for a specific spot or something where the treasure was, and so they had this little thing and they were looking through it sound crazy, but they had this little thing and they were looking through it. And when they were looking through that piece, you know, they were able to see, oh yeah, that's where it is, blah, blah, blah. Or they were, whatever they did, they were able to see. That's this energy that's coming to me now of something is going to shift. Like something's going to shift, and everything, what you're looking for, you're going to see that it's been right there in front of you. You just weren't able to see it because of your point of view, and the point of view is getting ready to shift drastically, and you're going to see how something that you've been waiting to manifest is going to manifest like, for real, for real. Wow. Because then we have the fish, and this really puts me in the vibes of koi fish, the color of it and everything. Wow. Okay. So I'm feeling abundance with that. And then the anchor. Ooh. That's a very beautiful, beautiful card. So there needs to be something that you think about, something that you, there needs to be something that you think about, and there needs to be something that you are, like an affirmation or a mantra that you have in the back of your mind as you're going through this shift, as you're going through these changes, because I'm looking at these fish right now and they're giving me the whole vibe of, a current, like catching a wave, riding a wave. And that current is going to take you a way that you're like, no, like the GPS, like, no, why are you taking me this way? We should be going that way. Like, that's the feeling that I'm getting. But that's not what you need to do. That's not fighting against the current is not good. You need to be anchored in your mind and in your heart to the divine, the Most High God, with whatever mantra that you have in your mind or that you have that's going to help your faith stay anchored and grounded as you're shifting through this change. Because I see huge changes, big changes, and I see prosperity also. I see a lot of prosperity. What's going to be the outcome of this shift, of this change? What's going to be the outcome of this change? What's going to be the outcome, Most High God, of this shift in perspective? Oh, wow. That's a lot. We've got the bull with masculinity, objectivity, and leadership. We have the chameleon with camouflage, adaptation, and clairvoyance. Spiritual giftings. Spiritual giftings. We have the eel, again, with masculinity, virility, and flexibility. And the coyote with illusion, revealing illusions, the paradox and levity. And the thing about the energy about the coyote is the absolute need to see things from a funny point of view sometimes. Have a sense of humor. When you see the foolishness, the shenanigans, the tomfoolery, and the games, when you see it, give it a laugh this week and stay focused on your goals. All right, so I hope that this helps you out this week. Until next time, family, continue to vibrate love and vibrate well. Peace.